Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 1970 Squareback. Yes, the Volkswagen variety of the seafoam flavor. This episode, full disclosure, I know how it ends because I forgot to cut an intro. I know, best YouTuber ever. So, anywho's, this episode we're going to slam that engine back together, put the valves in and, put the valve in and, whatever. And possibly getting it running. Yes, or getting it running. I don't know, stay tuned. Watch however long this episode is. It helps me and you might learn something. But yeah, this episode, getting the engine together, putting it in the car, and seeing how this auction special actually fares. Without further ado, cue the music. All right, guys, hopefully I cut an intro for this, but we are back on, if I did cut an intro, if not, this is going to be weird. We're back putting this Type 3 engine together. Yes, finally got most of all the parts. If you don't know how we got to this part, tune into the first episode. I might link the description if I remember in the comments. But, or it should be in a playlist. Reason we're this far gone and a valve is missing is valve seat drop. This is apparently a GEX rebuild engine, so byword for quality, and I had the other valve and lost it. I also lost a new valve. Well, we are off to a great start. All right, new valve, stainless steel valve, what have you, no biggie. But the old valve was somewhere. I showed it in the, there it is. Yeah. Not in the best shape, this valve, so this is why we're replacing this valve. And no, I'm not opening up the rest of the engine to see, or the rest of this thing to see if anything else is damaged. I know, argue in the comments if you want, but we're gonna let it ride. Talk to the owner, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But, what I ended up doing for this is, or how I'm getting to this point, is I already did something with something. Oh, use red Loctite. Put basically a chamfer in the valve seat or the valve guide, and put red Loctite around it and Loctited that valve guide in to hopefully where it's not going to move again. And what did I do with the new one now? Oh, there it is. I did check it. It does move nice and free. So I still don't know how that valve guide dropped. There's no way it's been down that far. I mean, the engine, you can tell by the cylinder. It ran. Not well, but it was running. So your guess is as good as mine as far as what actually was going on. Now what I'm going to do is, well, valve grind. Seat this valve in, valve grinding compound. We're going to lap these things in. By these, I mean this one. And all I'm doing is putting a drill on the backside because I'm lazy. Hold place. My retaining nut was holding my drill from being able to do things. There we go. I'm using my finger to put the pressure on it, and all I'm doing is using the drill to rotate the valve. You don't want to use the drill for to pull, because if the chuck slips, well, you're gonna have a bad day. Valve and seat are good. Clean off your excess. You don't want this crap getting into your actual engine. Go back over here so I can lose you. Close out any crap that might have got in here. Put that back so I don't lose it. It's not real rocket surgery, guys. It's pretty simple. We'll use motor oil. Not gonna hurt nothing. Slide this guy in. I mean, it floats good. I can't see that getting so hot that it's gonna grab and seat. I don't know, maybe it was a slickness issue. All right, valve springs in. I guess whatever assembly crap lube's on here, we're gonna clean them up. Piece of rag in there. That top guide, keeper, whatever, keeper holder-y thingy. Just stay there. I have stuff everywhere. You have to rotate around. All right. Boop. I hear a motor. Two of these. Let me get just a scooch of grease. All right, my favorite. Doing these damn keepers. That should be plenty for. This is just being a pain in the butt. Come on. Go on. Go on. Stop being dumb. You make me look dumb. Thank God I have the edit button. You come here. Let's try that again. All right. Hey, it's on. One. Second one. This doesn't help with people with fat fingers, just throwing that one out there. Crap, did I get it? All right. 2. Hammer. Rubber. What I'll do is I'm just going to whack on it to make sure it's seated, and I mean, if it goes exploding, well, it wasn't. They're all in. Figure I'd hit them all. Why not? I'm here. Let's just hose out this head. Any crap that could still be in here. Keep some stuff clean. Now you don't need a completely, sterile engine room. But at least try to keep stuff looking professional-ish. I don't know what I'm rambling about. Keep it clean enough, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, if you could build a race engine in a hotel room for, Daytona or whatever, you could definitely build it on a shop table in a mildly clean environment. Oh, tech tip. If you don't, if you have, well, you should, poor man's leak detector. All right, nice and dry cylinder. Fill it with brake clean. It'll find the crack. What you also can do is blow, just not like hold an air gun in, but blow air towards it and see if she leaks. And both those, I don't know if you can tell, bone dry. So she ain't leaking. If she's not gonna leak brake fluid, she's not gonna leak air. Trust me, especially under compression. Just quick tip. Remember doing that in back in the day. We'll clean those off. And I got all new seals and so forth. You can tell these pushrod tubes were leaking. Which is okay. That just means the other side's probably going to leak eventually, because it's currently not. Boink. Boink. All right. These are good. Make sure these barrels are still down. They are. All right. Everything looks good still. I mean, there's still cross-hatching in there. I mean, some scoring on the cylinder bore, but that's what, number 4. I haven't rotated the engine to see what number 3 looks like because I don't want to move these pistons. Or, well, the piston's number 1. I don't want to pop the jugs out of where they currently are. So, start putting this stuff together. Now, stay. Again, the fun and exciting thing of engine building, or not even building, repair. All right, guys, sorry about the background noise, but I'm fat and it's getting hot. Start putting this together. This is all ready to, well, install. So what I do is put the head, come on. Try to get the head to go on. There it is. All right, then I'll take the push rod tubes. And remember I had one, I threw out, well, if you watched it, I had one that had a bit of a, what have you. The end was loose because they're pushing. Just took my TIG on, buzzed it some. So now, what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you can see it. We'll put a tube in, hopefully where it needs to go. And then we'll use the push rod. Wait, did I put that in the right way? I want to keep the welded it, yeah. And we'll keep the push rod tube to hold it where it's supposed to live. So tube, push rod. And like I said, these are just going to hold these in orientation for when I go to push this head in. Back there, they're all there. All right, let's get some hardware. Hardware's right here. Boop, 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 boop. Washers. Nuts. Exciting. Riveting. Good, good, good. All those look good. They're in. They should be fine. All right, lifters are free. All right, torque wrench. Dude. Click. Click. You do enough of these, you kind of start feeling where the torque is. Click. 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 Oh, really loose. Click. Make sure all those tubes still look good. Yep. Down there still looks good, right? Sealed. That one's good. Thought I had this one pinched. I do not. All right, double check. Good. 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 All right, these are good. Cool. Head on. Again, I don't like doing torque specs or telling people torque specs. Look them up. This way, if you goof up or if I goof up, you're not listening to me and blaming me. So, torque them to spec, whatever the spec may be, and yeah, that's what you do there. Yes, I know I didn't throw out any numbers, so don't ask. The internet is free. You can look up some torque specs on the whole engine. I need rockers, don't I? There they are. Yeah, nice set of rockers. Have the swivelly feet on them. I mean, has good stuff. I hate these things. These were for those would be if you had, like, you know, those chrome valve covers or the finned aluminum ones. We don't have them. I hate them because they always leak. This car has them. All right, now I got to Rube Goldberg this whole damn thing together. Oh, geez. All right, hold on. While I proceed to still screw this up. On. No, we're upside down. Jeez. There. Stay there. You go like that. You go like that. You're correct. You're correct. All right, you're all correct. Cooperate now. Slide on. Ta-da! All right. Now the fun part, getting these feet to go where they need to go. Homes on the bottom of the rockers. Boink. Flat, 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 flat. You dead? You are. You need another battery. This guy's nice, except it only torques it down to like 4 foot-pounds, which is really good, because you really can't screw anything up. Click. Click, 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 you know, because everyone likes to do the triple clicks. Completely unnecessary, but I mean, I like it. See how close I get. With the old ear meter. That feels 6. That needs to be loosened. Boop. A little too tight. Sounds right. That one sounds right. That's a frickin' 8. Six. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Slight drag on them all. Lock them down. Oh, that don't fit. Where's the screwdriver that fits? Snug. That was good. Double check them. Good. Good. That one can come a little tighter. It's about 8. Ah, crap. Next would be putting this tin on, which I do not currently have because I sandblasted it and, well, it's currently in the work truck and the work truck currently is not here. And I'm not talking about the Mango Special behind me, my black one. Crap. All right, so I guess we're gonna end this right now and then come back with, I don't know, finishing buttoning this thing up, whenever the hell my truck shows up. I guess it gives me a good time to clean because everything is a freaking mess. Makes sense. I'm not even gonna put gaskets on. I got new gaskets for this engine, obviously. Intake gaskets, I got the, okay. Same things I used on this car, the Felpro kit. Just for the intake gaskets. But all right. Oh yeah, one thing I did notice, not that it really matters, but I'm happy we're replacing these carburetors and not rebuilding them. That, I don't know if it picks up. All this down here, that's leaking out of the accelerator pump. And that's my Marvel blend. It's more Marvel now than gasoline, so that accelerator pump was leaking. So these cars would have needed a full rebuild anyway. So we got 2, like I said, we have 2 new brand new ones we're just gonna shove on and call it good at that point. So, all right. When I get parts, I'm gonna clean up some, get parts, and then yeah, we'll be back on this thing and then hopefully slotting this thing into the car. Before I forget, remind me that bolt's missing. I have one, but I need to clean up. All right, rambling over, I'll be back. All right, good news, you didn't miss much. Well, did a clutch or a rear main and swapping out stuff and just basically me rambling. I just looked at my camera and realized the receiver on my mic hasn't been on this entire time. So most likely I'll just run this in fast forward, make it a time lapse. Because again, I'm an idiot. Best YouTuber ever. But yeah, all I did was rear main seal, so on and so forth, and get this carburetor set up, or starting to. Happy I actually looked at that thing. Yeah, I'm still waiting on parts, as per usual. Never ends with these things. You know, one thing I found out is it doesn't matter how preemptive you are with ordering stuff. There's always going to be a, I don't know, hiccup in something. Because right now, the parts for this and the parts for that are ordered through two different vendors at two different times, which were basically the same time. And yeah, they're racing on who ships first. I still have distributors for order. Got this thing back. That looks shiny. Which way does it go on? This way. This way. Try to put a little more hardware in than what it had. All I'm doing is trying to slowly button this thing up. Like I said, a big part of it is lack of parts. The new trend, I guess I'm not a fan of, is when vendors say they have something in stock and, well, they don't. And then you find out that they don't, and they're like, oh, well, I mean, we can charge you a restocking fee. You didn't ship my part. You don't have my part. What are you going to restock? Any of you experience a restocking fee for a part that doesn't exist or isn't in their thing? Let me know, because, yeah, that's happened twice so far. Each time I point that out, and they're like, well, I guess you're right. Well, no, you know, expletive there. Yeah, let's charge you a 10% restocking fee for for a part we don't even have in stock. Make that make sense. But doing this conversion inside the car would suck. And I've done it. Just enough. I say it's tight. First wrench I've broken. Well, not ever. Pittsburgh, by the way, but in a really put the force on that one. Holy crap! They're good. Where did I think I put it all away? But all right, this side's done. Still got a set it up for the linkage and stuff, but let me get the other side done real quick. I gotta change out a memory card, change some batteries, do stuff, but yeah, this, like I said, oop. Plugs are in. This side's all pretty much buttoned up. Boom, 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 boom. She's ready. Got to hook up the linkage, steal everything off of the old carburetor, wherever the hell I put it. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, over there. Got to steal all the linkage off of that. Steal linkage off so that I can get it actually, you know, working the way it should. But let me get this side set up and then I'll bring it back in because I'm, like I said, trying to get this engine to where all we got to do is plug it in, hook up some wires, turn the key, and fire her up. As of right now, that is the plan. So I will be back. All right, guys, it's been almost a week since I said I was going to button up this side of the engine, maybe. And also I had to go back through my footage to see what the last thing I said was. Anywho's, I digress and regress to this. As you can see, the art of the carb is off again, and we have to button this up and engine up for a second time because developments happened. All right, let me walk you through the funness of what I found. This engine, really surprised if it ever did run right. Okie dokes. The shroud, you know, beat in. Pretty obvious now. Wasn't really paying attention when I blasted it and cleaned it. But here's the thing. See if I can get you positioned a bit. When you go to put this carburetor on, it will not sit flat. Hence maybe why there's so much RTV on here. Because the screws, oh, I won't be able, I don't have studs in the engine anymore. Let's see if we can break a camera or a carburetor. Because these screws, when you go to sit it flat, hit. Now me, in my infinite wisdom of Volkswagen engineering and performance technologies that I did, noticed that when I initially put the carb on, or was getting to put the carb on. And I'm like, oh, I'll just pull it back, you know, and whack this in. So it won't beat me to it. You can't hit it in any further due to the fact that whoever hit it in the first time, yeah, already dented the oil cooler. It's right under here. So that was good. And so yeah, so what I had to do was use my mental Rolodex of parts and random stuff, and also being cheap. You can buy spacers, you know, to go between the intake and the carb body or whatever. They're expensive. It's not a savings I'm going to pass on to my customer. But seeing to have a mental repertoire of stupid things that shouldn't work but probably will, and if it doesn't, well, I'm going to eat it. Got these. Yes, these are factory Volkswagen parts. If you didn't know, fuel injection beetles. Right underneath. They're what, a 1/4 inch spacer? So we're going to run these, space it up from the bottom. Will this work? I'm hoping. Have I done it before? Nope. So, you know, trial by fire, error, whatever, both. And yeah, space this intake manifold up this way. Because I think those stupid 40 mil spacers, or whatever the hell, you know, for a 40 millimeter carburetor, or spacers for this carburetor, they're, well, like $40 a pop or something like that. And seeing how we need two, that's too many in my opinion. When I think these gaskets were, I don't know, $20 for both. And they do have gasket material on them already. That's what that stuff is. So you get the gaskets, you get the spacer, and hopefully you get a pretty all right idea. Well, because obviously I'm bringing this thing up some, I had to move these studs, or pull these studs up so I can adjust them up some, so I can then put this thing on. And that sits nice and flush. And the big thing is, do I have enough thread so I can engage this, number one. Number two, is it going to clear? Oh, just barely. Math, almost right on point. Give it a little bit more in. Not much, but a little. because I want obviously as much thread in the cylinder head as possible because I'm going to be torquing to it. Also, vice grips, not recommended to tighten your studs down because you can gack the threads. But you know what? I'm feeling rebellious. That should be enough. Whatever. Get your nuts. And well, pretty much like I've done this before. Put these things on. Try to put these things on. Start threading these things on. Installing these things in a proper on fashion. What are you doing? Do I just have a bad nut? Probably. Nope, I'm just a derp. There we go. Thread that one on, thread this one on. Of course, this would be easier just because I, always is. I don't ask questions. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Now I feel like progress is being made. Right? I'm not just crazy. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Why doesn't it fit? It's a 12. Should be a 12. Put that over there. Scientifically fits. Put this one on. You think about having extra parts. Hey, that one actually starts on easier. How was that bolt? Nut. All right, tight. Good, good. Those are on. And we can get a business card through here. We're good. That worked perfectly. Now let me button up the other side. Same procedure. And I'll get back. And I'll get back to you. For what? I don't know. But yeah, the delays. I already rejetted this. They got 130s in them now. I still got to put the idle jets in. I just haven't, but there's 2 screws. Idle jet, idle jet. I just got to swap them out, but yeah, the 130's in the mains right now. They get shipped with 115s, too small. And like I said, the carbs that were on this thing had 115s in them. So, I mean, hi. So so whoever put the carbs on originally, you used, well, basically stock carbs that you get out of the box and put it together. Which I've seen factory stuff run, or not factory, factory stuff. What am I talking about? I don't know. You're crazy. Yes, I know this. You're talking to yourself again. I gotta clean these threads. I gacked them a bit, pulling them out. No, it's just a weird lead-in. It's not me for a change. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let me put this thing together. Same process. Run a spacer, keep it even, and just button it all up. But yeah, I got to thread chase these. That leading's a little shitey. So, meh. All right, let's see if I fix this thing. Just ran a die down it and chased the threads. Nice. This is the right thing to use vice grips, obviously. Like I am now, how I screwed them up to begin with, to hold it. But it's fine because it's not going to go as far in as it did before. We're going to We'll sort you out. Fuel line, I got to swap. Feed it from the back on this carb. Do I have? I don't think. I think you're 15. Oh, you're 14. I have you. Moral of the story is, when I'm bored and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to ramble. Because that's what I do. Hello, fat friend on the roof. Man, we had, this is, what are we? We're day after Memorial Day right now. It's time of this recording, and man, did we have some storms Sunday. Sunday, yeah. I don't know what it is about my location, but, always lose power. And, well, the shop has a backup generator. And my house, I run off of it's actually right behind you. It's a 1800 watt running amp Ryobi. And the only thing I run on the house with that is basically a refrigerator. And my whole house is basically off of one leg for the most part. It's wired weird. So I digress and regress to this. Harbor Freight was doing their 20% off sale. Anything, no exclusion if you remember. I have a membership. So went there and did the right thing and bought another freaking generator. Do I need it? No. Do I have one now? Yeah. Is it bigger than what I had before? Well, the Ryobi? Yeah. Why did I do it? Well, I don't know. I've lost power in this place for actually a solid week before, a full 7 days. And that was not fun. But that was, I don't know, spring-ish time. I gotta swap these Jubilee News throttles. What was I saying? That was springish time, so it really wasn't a big deal. All this stuff has to be swapped over. Because it was spring? Yeah, spring. I don't know. Too many thoughts again. But what I was getting at is it wasn't really that big of a deal due to the fact that it was warm outside. Or not too cold, not too hot. So I was able to not have to not have to really rely on air conditioning or heating. So I ended up just buying a new generator, just for the fact that if I do have to rely on heating now or cooling, I knew the Ryobi wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't know what I'm getting on about. I'm putting freaking carburetors together. I just moved the idle screw from the back of this one to the front of this one. Kind of like this. Well, the way this one's set up. Just because it wasn't set up to begin with correctly. And if you remember, I had to move it. So like a delicate process, we take this crap all apart. Pardon my French. Wink, stay. This stuff can go back on. Like I said, the owner's getting all this stuff back, carburetor-wise. Thread. Because do I need it? Nope. All right, so that's off. That's the only thing we need from this. Put you over there. Let 10 just go. That. Switch the throttle arm. care if I lose it because I have spares now. Well, I do. That bracket's useless. All right. Yeah, let me do the right thing. I already lubed this thing up to make sure, you know, spins freely and pivots and does, you know, stuff. But I never knock these things loose. And this one looks like it's going to fight me, so, oh, it's bent. Let me knock these loose to make sure I'll be able to get adjustment out of these because we just went up on the carbs, so no, it really shouldn't matter because it's still attached to the carburetor. Anyhow, if I have to adjust the linkage, you know, to get them to sync, I'd like to be able to. So give me like, I don't know, next scene. Itch and next scene. That's free now. So let's put this back together. It was stubborn, not gonna lie. Make sure you put your lock clip in or your anti-rotation thingy, what have you, when you're gonna put this thing together. Again, I am just talking. Boop. Give her a snug. Bend your tab. Make sure it operates smoothly. Yep. And bend your tab back over that bolt or nut. So the anti-backer. All right, preset on this is things like touch in half. I gotta double check my specs, but let me do this. Touch. Half. And then these would be all the way in a turnout I'm going to go with to begin with. Seated, half one. Seated, half one. So where did they actually align? An OCD person would be thrilled at that one. All right, these top hats have to come off and this crappy plate has to go back on. I'm gonna skip on putting this one on. I gotta blast it. Unfortunately, my cabinet's down right now. So I've been borrowing my buddy's spring out so I don't lose it. And put it there so I will lose it. Yeah, I'll blast this, paint it, because it's for the intake. Let's not immediately suck crap into it. I think the other one was fine. Where's the other one? Oh, still on the curb. Like I said, passenger side of the engine looks dramatically different, like clean. So I don't know what the hell happened. I still don't know what the hell happened to this engine. Stap it. I also did a dumb and didn't try to break that one loose because I'm all the most confident in the world that it's going to cooperate. I don't, I just forgot. Like I said, this one looks brand new. The other one looks like it's off the Titanic. That. And this. Weird, goopy, gooey shroud. just stupid? No. Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, no. Why are we not cooperating? How bent are you? You were never installed right, were you? Were ya? I mean, to each his own. Holy crap. This thing is severely just like... I mean, yeah. No, I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. It doesn't. It doesn't even freaking come close. I can see it hasn't been touching. Crap. Take it apart, make some, well, hit it with a hammer. Try to get this thing in right. Because I don't like the gap. You know, I'll show you, before I take it all apart, I'll show you what I'm going on about. Oh. Flip the camera. See this gap where my fingers are? This should be able to go flush, like this side. Yeah, it sticks out a little bit on the bottom, but it's, all intents and purposes, this thing's flat. This guy sticking out, you can see where the line is. This does fit right. This has always been dirty. I don't think it's ever been properly sucked in. So, concerns me a little bit. I'm just gonna get it to fit a little bit better. Because the transmission bolt's there and I don't want any, you know, major issues. So, let me take it off, massage it. Yeah, also the venting here, because I don't have the shield or the shroud to pull it in. It's just kind of doing whatever it wants to do. So yeah, let me try to just address that, massage it a bit, and yeah, I'll be back. All right, guys, not sure where I left off, but I know it was something about this carburetor wasn't on. Well, this carburetor's on, sandblasted, to clean, all that stuff. I do know, remember I said that. I just basically thrashed on the engine. Fuel line is ran. New coil, threw that on. Carburetor's obviously on. This thing is, you know, mildly hooked together, if you will. All the adjustments are loose, stuff like that, because I still have to sync it. Fuel system, simple. Just red stuff again, it's just wire heat wrap. Hopefully keep down on vapor lock, but you know, normal. In the back, into the pump, into there, and I'm just feeding the right side through the left side. So boop, boop, in and out. This way I don't have a goofy T or anything like that, and keep stuff a little cleaner. But with all that said, and without further ado, let's get this thing in the car. Just gotta, you know, roll it back here and get it in the air, and hopefully just boop it all together. So give me a minute to get this thing that thing set up, and yeah, we'll throw it in. Yeah, I didn't think you guys wanted to see me do basically the exact same thing I already did. Clutch is on, so on and so forth. Wires. I mean, this should theoretically, mind you, plug into the car and, you know, turn the key to prime and fire up. Hopefully. All the carbs are in, mild, adjustment. So it's going to need tuning and syncing, obviously, but as far as turn the key, it should fire once it gets fuel. I hope. Oh, got to throw a distributor in. I feel like throwing that in the car, just due to the fact that I'm not doing the reach over. And I have a new distributor put into this thing. I think I got to lengthen the wires. I think I do. So, all right, let me get the car racked up, and then let's shove this thing in. All right. Crap in the eye. Anywho, let's try to get this thing in. I'm roughly set up to where I think it needs to go. Well, I mean, roughly set up, not to where it needs to go, to for attention to just slide in. All right. Boop. Now bear with me. It's been a I don't know, few weeks since I pulled this thing. So gonna have to remember how it goes together. What are we hitting? I heard my stand creak. That usually means inevitable. Uh-oh, it's happening, I guess is what I'm getting at. What are we hitting? Oh, fan shroud. That's not a big deal. Just want to go easy in a rapid fashion. Down some more. That's fine. What do you want? Oh. Rear valance. That's okay. To be expected. That seems like it's about right height. About, anyway. I'm way off. Left to right was. Ow! That was my head. Ow. All right, now I just need to simply go down some. This exhaust needs to be replaced. Maybe there. Can I see what the hell I'm doing on this side? Oh, we're too far down. One bump. Was that scientific enough? Yes. Yes. Yes, it was. Sounds good. Okie dokies. Ooh, itchy. Itchy eyeball. Ow. All right. I'm just gonna fight the clutch. Which is always fun. Yeah, it's where it needs to go. It's just, the jiggles and the wiggles to let it accept. And fortunately, type 3s, if you know the things, you don't have a good way to spin the crank. Pretty sure I'm set from the last time. Am I? Indeed I am. Yeah, right now, there it is. It's fighting the, the tooth engagement on the flywheel. That was butters. Bolt. We're nut. Let them out. Ease that into position. Let them out. Ease that into position. Nut. On the back of the block. Good. All right, now, what do you want to do? You want to go down some. Pry bar. As soon as I get the excuse me, things in the forward mounts, I could just lift this engine up. Honestly, I'd rather lift or pry the engine up a bit than put more pressure on my stand. At least that's the plan anyway. Oh, jeez, come on. They're like right there. Wow. The other side gonna cooperate better. Oh, so it's basically where it needs to be. Okay. That one was easy. I think I had a problem with this side anyway. Yeah. Make noise, make mess. That bolt. Again, just loosely installing it. That side's in. Now I just got to force this side in, and then everything will be nice and happy and copacetic. Let me get a bolt. Grab both bolts. Oh. I think I fought this side, taking it out for some reason. Or at least I'm going to say I did, 'cause I can't remember. Also, I wish there was a better way I could get more pitch on this side of the engine. Where's my other bar? Screw it, gravity. Oh, you're almost there. You're there. I got impatient. Yes, I did what I said I didn't want to do and drop the car on it or put stress on my table, but you know what they say, I'm missing a bolt. Nope, I found it, nut. You know, what was I saying? Any port in, you know, a squall or what have you. Best thing about getting the engine in is now I have a table, again, so I can load it up with crap, again. Pull this guy out, because not needed. Boop. Where's my precision block? All right, engine in. I don't know why you didn't take out the transmission too. Well, because I didn't have to. Why the hell do more work for myself? All right, let's start tightening stuff down. But yeah, just in the engine or just, well, the engine's in. That's what we got going on. That was pretty, I'd say, fast. Yeah, I've had, I think when I pulled this engine, I had a lot of comments on my pull bar or my trans hold bar, whatever. Yeah, I do build them. They aren't cheap because, well, I'm not cheap. But it saves you from taking the engine out, and if you work on a bunch of them, spend the money. I don't need that right away. Lower mount. And the 17s. Tight. All right, under here is all buttoned up. Well, now let's throw our shocks in. What did I do with the bolts? Oh, I did throw them back in there. On. On. All right. Bottom side, buttoned up. No, let's put the toolbox back. I know when I'm like don't have anything left, these are all out somewhere. What the hell did I do with that other flashlight, by the way? I don't know. Anyway, hey, let's button up the top. I gotta change a battery and a memory card on you, and then we'll finish stabbing this top side together. And twist the key. So, yeah, I also gotta drop in the distributor. All right, just, ooh, quick change. Just buttoning up this engine. Top bolt, motor mount, what have you. D-bolt this thing, which is kind of annoying because it is not the 17, it's a 16, so I'm fighting it. It's correct thread pitch. Where's the screwdriver? Good. All right. This is fine for right now. All right. One thing I do have to do is all this wiring for the coil. Just gonna get it to where it runs. Well, let me, is the distributor loose? Because we'll pull that and get a new one in here. It is. Whoa! What the heck is hot? The battery. Pardon my French. Hopefully I edited that one out, but wasn't expecting the lightning show. But yeah, let me get a new electronic shoved in here because, like I said, I do have a distributor for this thing. And if you watched the last episode, this is from well, the last episode on the 70 Beetle. This is from one of the vendors I always use. And I think I went through 3 distributors last go because the advance wouldn't, well, it would advance, it just wouldn't unadvance. This button would get stuck. Springs back like it should. So I get this guy wedged in here. I got to lengthen these wires to meet up with the coil. And I'm just going to rewire this stuff because it's short. Just due to the fact that I think I put the coil on backwards. We'll have it pointing forward instead of backwards this go. So let me do some quick wiring. And yeah, we should be about ready to fire this thing. I got to crawl under and tighten that bolt. For the motor, for the engine, what have you. And yeah, we should put the plugs onto this thing and yeah, turn the key. Hopefully it fires up. All right, I'll be right back. I really don't think you guys want to watch me wire something. Plus, I gotta put some bug spray on. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. 'Tis the season. All right, guys. She's wired, hopefully, plumbed. Fuel's in both carburetors right now. Let's twist it off, see what happens. Where the hell's the dipstick? There it is. I haven't changed the oil, but I kind of want to make sure there's oil in it. Oh yeah, we're good. We'll change it next. Oh, I got to tighten this bolt. Shit. Is that a 15? All right. Engine is tightened. A vice grip remind me to take it out. All right. Timing light, I guess I can use. Might as well jump through all the metaphorical hoops at this point. Just connect on that side. I just hate the whirly thing. All right, we got power. I gotta let's see if it charges as well. All right, Synchro 2.0. All right, let's key this thing on. I got my bump button hooked up, so hopefully it does. Oh, that's what fell. Hopefully it works well. Contact. She has spark. I 180 off. I mean, wouldn't surprise me. One. What wire is this? Two, 4, 3. All right, let's try this one. All right, I was an idiot. This number 2 wire I got to make longer. It's really inconveniently in the way. Now my fuel line's in the way. Unplug you. Stay. Unplug you. Jeez. All right, you're one. You go there. You go back in. Oh, he's seated. That's in. That should be in. All right. Try this again. Move the timing back to where I think it was. Yeah, I'm just a dope. Well, you want to. In. We'll go half off. All right. Ugh. a little more on the idle. Half turn there. Half turn there. Carbs are synced. I'm trying to get the idle with the mix screws. Running fine. Well, she runs all right. It's a little ticky. I'm hoping that goes away. What is that? And it's weird too. I moved the distributor. It like comes back alive and dies and comes back alive. I'm not really sure what's up with that quite yet. Hot fire. I'm building oil pressure under here. I have a leak. Let me fix that. Also, let me clear out some of the smoke. It's pretty intense in here. But all right, I'm happy. It's running. Like I said, want to get it running, get it hot, circulate some fluids. Get everything, broken down from sitting. And, yeah, hopefully just do a oil change tomorrow. And little minor things, I guess. But, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Got to fix this oil leak real quick. Valve cover's leaking. So, yeah. Can't win them all. All right, let me get in the air. Button that up, let this place gas out, and yeah, join me tomorrow for something else. But it sounds good. It sounds pretty healthy. Nothing in the bottom end sounds off. I'm hoping a quick oil change, and I'll recheck the valves tomorrow. Make sure everything's copacetic. Because, what is it, cylinder 1 is pulling a little lighter than the rest. I'm not saying that, you know, it's weaker, but they're all synced at least at my gauge to 5. That one's pulling about 4.5, 4. So, could be valve adjustment, could just be a weak cylinder with the draw-in. Could be the carburetor, but, all right, let me fix an oil leak, let this place gas out, and you'll join me tomorrow for, you know, more debauchery of hopefully getting this thing pretty much buttoned up. And we still got a bunch to do, but you know, trying to motivate myself. Whew, I need oxygen. All right, still the same day. Popped open the valve cover. 100% my frickin' fault. I don't know if I forgot to do something or what. Maybe I didn't adjust the valves on this. I don't know, but yeah. These things are freaking door knockers. That one's okay. So, could have sworn I adjusted them. Maybe the roller wasn't seated. That'd be the only thing. And now that, because it has one of the swivel feet, you know, ball with the flat, could have been spun. It's the only thing I can think of, because that's about the lash that's in there. Man, it is smoky in here. But yeah, so did the right thing. I'll let this thing cool down. Tomorrow we'll adjust valves, fire it up. Hopefully cylinder 1 comes around as far as thing goes. But yeah, they're all well, now that I say that, because I've done this before on other cars. That's a 12. I need a 13. Make sure that they're tight and I didn't like forget that step. Yeah, the jam nuts are tight. All right, jam nuts are tight. So yeah, it must have been a swivel foot that moved, but not a big deal. All right, join me in the morning and I'll adjust valves and refire this thing, I guess. All right, plan. All right, guys, gonna dump the oil. It's the next day, but I was able to, you know, sleep on, I guess, my last statement, or one of my last statements about adjusting valves. And the more I think about it, the more, yes, I know, geez, that is tight. I do know for a fact I adjusted it. But my brain was not braining to the fact that I think I know exactly what the hell I did. And yeah, I effed up. Starting this video, or trying to start this car, I was 180 off on timing. Well, that means I thought cylinder 1 was, well, not cylinder 1. In fact, it was cylinder 3. So when I adjusted valves, I adjusted basically all the valves 180 out. So I already did, I didn't bring it in because I forgot to record. Already did the driver's side, I showed you last night. Super door knocky. Okay, super door knocky, all of them were like that. That was because, well, those valves are shut, or shutting, or opening, and when I adjusted them, yeah, they didn't do anything. So I guarantee when I roll this engine over 180, same scenario for the other 2 cylinders, or 8 rockers, 8 adjustments. But if that's any different, I'll bring you in. But yeah, they're all going to be door knockers for the most part. Just shows you can be a really bad at adjusting valves and still get your thing to run, and run pretty decently. If it wasn't for the ungodly door knocking sound that was going on under there, wouldn't even have questioned it. So yeah, with that said, let me do the other side, or not the other side, the other valves, and we'll fire this thing up, hopefully quieter, and see if number 1 draws the same. Because it was what, one? It's either a half down or 1 down than the rest of them on the sink. I don't know. We'll see where we're at. I'll be back. Okay, now I'm just utterly confused. Did I count wrong? Did I do it in 2 different days? Because did my normal rollover and cylinder 3, perfect. Exhaust 2, perfect. And intake 4, perfect. Did I 360 the engine instead of 180ing it? And I don't know what the hell I did. I can honestly say I've never done that. And I had to have done it just because the way it's screwed up adjusted is the way I adjust valves. I had to have 360'd the engine. Yeah, don't. I am very, very, very confused on how I managed to do this. I gotta put valve covers back on. It just dumped in last of the oil. It's draining in there. Yeah, I guess let's try this again with valves that are, you know, there. Just leak there. Just connect battery. All right. Key on. Key on. All right. Timing light. We'll set this up. Just because then I can get a reading, you know, speed-wise, engine, control, yada, yada. I don't know, I'm saying words. All right. Let's see if she's less ticky this go. Complete cold start. A couple pumps. Fired up. Immediate. Oh yeah, she sounds much happier. Gonna have to go through and tune this thing again. For some odd reason. Yeah, I don't think a 500 idle is gonna cut it. Give me this back. Again, to show you the reliability of how well you can screw up tuning these cars. Where's the flashlight? Because I'm an idiot. Guys, you really don't have to be a really great mechanic on these cars. That distributor cap isn't even down. Yeah, it's just dancing. Yeah, we'll attach this. maybe we'll get a different result with the running. Like I said, these cars, it takes a lot to get them to run poorly. It's almost like you have to try. It would seem the sink is back. If you wonder why I keep crawling under the car, it's because I can adjust the screws on the driver's side this way. Figure I'd let you know. Sounds good, running fine. Make sure I don't have an oil leak. Valve cover's still leaking. All right, let's try a hot start. Nice. I gotta figure out what's going on with that valve cover. It's still leaking from the corner. I might have a different I think I have another spare valve cover shove on. That one could be tweaked or warped. But yeah, same spot. All right. Whew. I'm going to clean up some and end this episode because as much as I'd like to take it out on the road, we still have a couple other things to do. So let me gas this place out, clean up a bit, and end this episode on this Type 3 because it sounds healthy. I'm excited to drive it. Little funky on cylinder 1 still pulling a little bit lower than the other 3. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit more, see if I can adjust it, get a little more air into it. But other than that, yeah, we're done. So next scene for you. let me close this thing out. All right, guys, gonna cap this episode on this Type 3 Squareback. Engine's in. Engine repair seems to be, holding solid. Starts, runs. Don't know about drive yet. I tried to drive it. I got to adjust the clutch. Something hinky's going on with the pedal. So, gonna have to tear into the car and see what the hell's going on with that. It doesn't feel like it has full throw. What else? But yeah, starts and runs. Idle's good. Everything's synced. Motor sounds pretty damn healthy. I'm gonna have to, tuck tail and probably either get new bridles for those valve covers, because I don't know if they're tight enough. New valve covers, and that's maybe why it had the aluminums on there to begin with. But I cannot. Now the other side leaks. It was probably leaking before, but now the other side's leaking worse than this side. So I'm gonna have to figure out something with the valve covers. Whether it be that or, I hate to say it, maybe put a thin bead of RTV on it just to seal it. I know I have spares somewhere. If I can find them, I'll slap it on and see if they fix it, but I might just order new ones and call it good. I mean, we're going through all this work, might as well. But yeah, gonna cap this episode. Engine's in, fixed, running, car charges, it revs up, sounds good, sounds healthy. Can't wait to get on the road, but you're gonna have to wait till next episode just due to the fact that we still got fuel system. The brakes seem like they work, so we're not even gonna check them yet. We might, but got to put the fuel system in. I got to put a helper relay for the starter. That's the key's iffy, so it's either the key supply power, shooting it back, or it's the starter itself. Putting a jumper will isolate the power supply anyway. So slam one of those in. What else? Yeah, and I guess take it for a drive. Right? Fuel system, starter thingy, drive. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, I also got to get an actual battery for this car. I've been using my spare. But hey, it at least charges. So anyway, if you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you do. I promise you we will chit chat as always. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.